What's up, YouTube? Today is Thursday. There's a little bit of a overcast on the East Coast, but it is not going to ruin my day because the day is just getting started. So on this Thursday, with a very packed news cycle as always, I'm always feeling like when I do these videos, when I'm coming in on a Thursday, when there's been so much things going on, I'm kind of behind the loop. But regardless, my video today, we are talking about Tiger Woods. Yes, Tiger Woods, y'all. It's all good, y'all. So, as it relates to Tiger Woods, I don't know if you've seen the news this week. Tiger Woods did an interview with an ESPN reporter in which, at some point in time, this ESPN reporter asked Tiger Woods how he felt about the president or current race relations in the United States. And Tiger Woods responded very conservatively, at least that was in my opinion. Tiger Woods says, as it relates to Donald Trump, he's the president of the United States. You have to respect the office, and no matter who's in the office, you may dislike the personality or the politics, but we all must respect the office. Is there a problem with that? See, if you answer with something very simple and rational, they can't deal with that. So, the guy ended up asking a follow-up question. So, the follow-up question was, do you have anything more broadly to say about the state? I guess the discourse of race relations? And Tiger Woods responded like a boss. It was hilarious. Very cool, really calm. He said, no, I just finished 72 holes and I'm really hungry. And he smiled. Great job. I was so entertained watching it. I was laughing. What a contrast from when Don Lemonhead, you guys probably see my video about race baiting with Don Lemonhead and LeBron James. What a contrast in the way that Tiger Woods responded to this question of race relations regarding the president in comparison to the way LeBron responded to Don Lemonhead, who was clearly just walking him and leading him to getting him to say something stupid on the record. And that's exactly what LeBron did. He said something very stupid. And he didn't even realize that, he was being set up. So Tiger Woods, boss of the week. Yes, I love it. Great response. So, however, there ended up being a panel on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, and this other female that was there. Didn't get her name. Haven't seen her before. And I don't watch, and to be honest, I don't watch ESPN all that time. I usually probably only watch it during basketball season. But anyway, so Stephen A. Smith was sitting there and he was talking with Max Kellerman. Stephen A. Smith got some pushback too because of his comments where he kind of, in summary, said that, Tiger Woods isn't really black. More so, but he was referring to the fact that, I guess, the way that he was raised and culturally and where his parents was from, whatever the case. So there's a little bit of pushback in that area. But I knew where Stephen A. Smith was coming from. It's sort of like the Mariah Careys and, certain people at some point in time that they've been accused of not really associating that much with their race, whatever, or the black side, whatever you want to call it. I understood what Stephen A. Smith was saying. I had no real issue with what Stephen A. Smith said. Stephen Loudmouth Smith does exactly what he needs to do. He's a mouthpiece, and he's great at it. But when it came to Max Kellerman, the white liberal on the panel, he was just going off for absolutely nothing. I'm not sure. I'm like, who is this guy pandering to? He was talking about how Tiger Woods, it was a stupid comment for him to say this about you have to respect the office as if that transfers to the president. Yeah, you do. On November the 8th, 2016, if the rest of you guys did that and all the crying and all the faux resistance, or you fake people out here who pretend to have an issue now, demonstrating and fake protesting and stuff about the president, the morons that sit around with t-shirts that says F Trump, he's your president. He won. He's still your president. I've even saw idiots that had, like, got the tattoo. Like, who feels that serious about an election? They were that passionate? Really? F Trump. Yeah. So Max Kellerman, with his crazy, irrational, his response made no sense to me. And Stephen A. Smith even said, I understand what Tiger Woods was saying. Stephen A. Smith made his comment about Tiger, but he also said he understood what he was saying. So, I mean, this Kellerman person, it was just like a retarded argument. There was no way that you can say anything or add anything into that very clear, very straightforward response that Tiger Woods gave. And when they tried to make him go further, he said, I just finished 72 holes and I'm really hungry. All right? Peace, dog. So that's what he did. And I loved it. And I thought that was awesome. But then again, to go a little bit further, Jim Brown, NFL Hall of Famer, actor, activist, President Trump supporter, stood out again, kind of reconfirming his support of President Trump. He called him a friend. If you don't notice, there's a trend of all these, like, black entertainers or people who are in business, people who are, like, rich, those people who really know what it is, to get in that industry, work hard, and, Lord knows all the things that they've had to do to reach the levels of success that they've reached. You notice that all those people seem to be very supportive of the president, right? Anyhow, at least that's me. That's something that I'm seeing, Mike Tyson and, anyway, just, before I start listing and go off on a tangent on something, I just want to say how Jim Brown made some comments. He did an interview with a Fox News reporter. I'm not sure his name. All the links of anybody I'm talking about is going to be in the bottom of this video. So you can always go into the description. You can go open it up and look at it and listen to the comments in the news feed for yourself. But Jim Brown was talking about, you can't blame, Trump for everything that's going on right now. Talking about how, black folks have to look into what's going on in their community, all the people that, people getting shot down and all these things going on in Chicago and other places around the country. He was actually saying we have to be holding our own community responsible for the violence and the things that's going on in our community. And there was no issue with that. You just have to listen to the video. It was an excellent video. He laid it out. Also, Stephen A. Smith, I watched last night, Stephen A. Smith on his radio show, somebody called in and they were talking about that, trying to really comment on what Jim Brown said. And Stephen A. Smith put him in their place. Stephen A. Smith said, we can't act like now that all the problems started in the black community because President Trump's in office. He was like, how about everything that was going on in Chicago and other places, other black communities before Trump became president? You can't put that on him now. And he was clear because the caller who called in was trying to kind of say, to put some blame and put the spotlight on Trump. And Stephen A. Smith brought him back. No, brother, this is what's going on. And he said that he was right. He agreed. Stephen A. Smith agreed with Jim Brown, okay? But what was really awesome was that Stephen A. Smith went a little further and said, we got to be fair. He said something about he's not trying to appeal to one audience. I appeal to a mass audience of people. So he was letting him know right then and there, like, I'm not playing to that. He said, I have to be fair. And he went even further to say, to actually tell the dude, the caller, I don't know if he was a social justice warrior, whatever you want to call him, a pro-blackie. I think he went and told the caller, why don't you listen to Sean Hannity, Mark Levin? I said, okay. And that was fair. Anybody, if you do watch this channel, if you do know those guys, they're on Fox News, as they call, fake news as well. But regardless, Stephen A. Smith actually told his caller to look into those news channels. That's pretty cool, I think, and that says something about Stephen A. Smith and his character, but just about the fact about being honest. And he did that with his caller, so I thought that was really entertaining. But yes, Tiger Woods, Boss of the Week, goes to you in your comments. And so with that, guys, this is a Thursday. I didn't want to make it a long video. I do have some errands to run. I want to say thank you to all of you who helped me reach 4K this week. We reached it. So, of course, with that said, now the new goal, can you get me to 5? Can we get to 5? And the only way I'm going to get to 5, guys, is if you share my content, if you appreciate my content, you appreciate my commentary, the things that I share with you, the topics that I cover. I would just encourage you to promote me, to share my videos, to like me, subscribe to me if you're just watching this for the first time. I love you guys. I hope everyone's well. I'm probably going to be back again maybe on Saturday. I will try my best. But with all that said, guys, have a wonderful Thursday. And if I don't see you before this weekend is up, which I think I will probably actually by tomorrow, have a great weekend. All right. And a wonderful Labor Day weekend. If you're in Brooklyn, I'll see you at Juve. Later.